You comfortable over there?
Yeah.
You don't have to slip forward. Pull it up a little bit. I don't want your back because this chair's already sucked big donkey dicks.
What I want to make sure though is
I'm good right here.
On camera. Oh, you're good on camera then. Okay, Lindsey, you're good too.
Bruh, I might be an incompetent asshole, but
Hey, it is what it is.
let's see.
I didn't say it. You did.
I know I did.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm just gonna keep saying that.
Dang, I'm bloated.
Bloated? What'd you eat? Small child?
No, I was at the ballpark. I ate ballpark food.
Did you have to pay?
Ponytail guy from the
Guess-
ballpark.
Right? Right? You know, I still do that.
Do you? Your kids don't play there anymore, though, do they?
No, but they umpire with me now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, makes sense.
So does he.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm
That sounds fun, though.
I have a busy life.
Hey, did you hear John got him one?
I don't know who John is.
Preacher John.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him.
Is he a son of a preacher man?
He is.
Is it really?
Yeah, he tossed a guy from the Braves the other night.
I've yet to toss anybody.
Ever?
Nope. Y'all judge me all the time.
You're slacking, man.
Oh, it's because Mr.
No.
Birdsong's not out there anymore.
No one
I
can
know
get
he's
mad
there.
at me.
Is he?
He's an umpire.
Absolutely.
Is he behaving these days?
Yeah.
Both Dave and Jake are.
He's on the other side of the spectrum. You know, Jake gets married
Yeah.
in June.
In June.
Jake has a girlfriend?
Yeah.
And I told him a long time ago, you need to wrap that up. Okay? Because he ain't going to find
She
another-
is so good for him.
She is amazing. She's
Well, it
incredible.
blew my mind that Blake Wu is getting married to that girl that's going to be a doctor or whatever. I was like, he lucked up.
She looks 46.
We're not live,
Just
are
saying.
we?
Up,
Just
though.
saying.
He's not going to be able
All right,
to
everybody
do
keep talking
anything.
so I make sure your mics are good.
Okay, can you hear me?
You need to pull yours closer.
It's a Verizon commercial. Can you hear me now? I know you can hear
Pull
me.
it up. Pull it. You can
This
pull it
better?
up. Pull it. I don't know. Maybe.
Hey,
I don't hear you.
Hey, you're stretching in the red. I'm just fucking with
Are
you.
you looking at OBS? Don't look at OBS. All right, everyone talk.
Talk, talk.
You're good.
Test.
Testes,
You're good.
testes.
I'm
1,
good.
2,
Am I
testes.
good?
Everybody's good. We're Gucci Manucci
Hey, we're all
Bagucci.
good. We're all good.
And we're live, ladies and gentlemen, hobos and tramps, cockeyed mosquitoes and bow-legged ants. It's me and Josh Inkersign. I'm Josh Inkersign. It's me and Chris, and today we have my first friend in Alabama, Lindsey Collins. Now is it Collins?
Carroll.
Why do I keep?
Actually,
I almost typed that.
Lindsey Schenker Carroll. I hyphenated.
Oh, you're an
Oh,
hyphenate.
you're one of those hyphenated.
Why do I keep saying Carroll? When I was doing the overlays, I looked at your name. I was like Carroll, but I put Collins.
I'll go
Collins.
by whatever. Most people call me Snicker.
Yeah,
See, I've always answered anything too.
Yeah.
and her husband Josh, which
Welcome.
yeah, I don't know why I keep saying Collins. I've never known anybody named Collins. It's
Yeah,
just
you
that's
did. Phil,
Phil Collins from The Air in the Night, whatever.
in the air tonight.
Never heard of him.
Right? Never heard of it.
I don't know what you're talking about. No, but welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I have my nice hipster, but end up turning into 1960s CIA agent glasses.
And mine, because I can't read without them.
Same here.
And tonight, Lindsay's a guest because she contacted me about a certain someone who. How did you get the letters? If you like, explain who we're talking about.
So the letters came to me, which cracks me up because it came to my company at the loving kindness desk, and they thought it was awesome to bring it to me. So obviously I'm the best. But
Right.
so I get this letter because this guy is randomly asking for our help. We have a lot to do with publishers. So his letter is basically begging for us to get on the publisher scale of things and publish his work. So that's basically how I ended up with these letters. Also, it came from a prison, so I do want to include that information.
That's
It's
key
not,
point.
It's not the first time I've gotten a letter from a prison.
Oh.
Usually it's letters coming to me asking for artillery magazines and guns and knives and ammo, and they want it all for free.
A cake.
So, yeah, they want all that kind of stuff, and they want us to send these things to their friends who are on the outside of the prison. So when I got this, I was just kind of like, oh, okay, I'm pretty much used to this. But this one was a little bit more colorful, I guess you could say.
Oh,
Okay.
That's a great way to describe it.
So
Super color.
now we'll talk about why this person sending a letter is on the show right now.
So first of all, let's talk about a little bit about who he is, okay?
Okay.
And for a lot of millennials, they may or may not might be familiar with this, but people of my
I hate how I get dragged into that damn
Me
group.
too,
Hey.
man.
There should be a cutoff at like 94.
Yeah, well,
Right.
you know, we're technically Generation Y.
Did we create that because millennials are
y'all
such
the
piles
Y?
of shit?
We're Y, but it ended very quickly. We grew up in millennialism, but we are Generation Y.
And see, Josh, too, you're kind of like the mid-range.
Yeah,
He's just old as shit.
Well, I used to.
Easy,
Yeah,
easy.
I feel you,
remember
bro.
that, Mark.
I feel you. I used to be millennial, then I I now
See, now
identify
Josh
as a
identifies as
36-year-old. So
36-year-old, right? Because we can do what we want these days.
yeah, people changing shit. Why can't I? That's the way I look at it.
So, and I think anybody who was born in my era, the whole 9 yards, anytime you turned on a TV, this individual was in front of our faces. And I'm sure most people will recognize him primarily not just for what his T-shirt said most of the time, but for his hairdo. Okay,
Hairdo.
the do,
What-
the do. of
What was on his
do's.
T-shirt?
Well,
We're speaking around we're beating around that bush.
Well, we'll talk about.
I
that
happen
in
to
a
like the
second.
bush,
But it was the bush was rainbow colored. Okay,
bush.
just so you know,
and it was the name Rollen Stewart.
Roland.
He was the
name.
John
Rock and rollin'.
316 guy,
Right.
not Tim Tebow,
Nope.
but John
Right.
the other dude that was doing that thing at that place with that girl.
Yep. Rainbow Man, rock and Rollen Stewart.
Who would like to tell a story? Huh?
Tell us something about it.
Okay, well, do we want the good years or the bad
Well,
years?
let's do the good years. No, let's do the
Let's
good
start
years
on
first to
why
familiarize people.
and how he became a thing.
Okay, so Rock and Rollin' decided that he was going to completely sell everything that he owned except for his car in order to spread the word of what he claims is Christianity and Jesus Christ, which is not what we're talking about here.
Yeah, he had a unique perspective of
He had a
what
unique
Jesus was
perspective.
trying to tell him.
So the only part he focused on was the Armageddon portion.
Right.
Which, basically the reason he went to these sporting events was to put the John 3:16 shirts on so that he could get the word out about Armageddon coming and everyone needs to be saved. So, long story short, he sold everything, traveled around the United States in the beginning to go to individual sporting events. I think he started out in football and then branched out to basketball and so on.
He was in every major event. He was
Every
But
at
it was a
event.
World Series,
The golf.
Super Bowls,
Yep.
Masters.
And
He
did you
was
know
at
he
Royal
bought
Wedding.
he bought one of the only things he bought other than food and like stuff for tickets.
and Rainbow Wigs.
He bought a little TV so he would actually be watching
See
the
himself.
broadcast to make sure he got on camera.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, dude was crazy.
Right?
But he, in a nutshell, basically he wanted to get the word out about Jesus and being saved so that when Armageddon
Say
comes,
Cheez-Its?
everyone's... Jesus.
Just another part to the Jesus story.
But anyway, long story short, he did that for a little while, and he even showed up at the royal wedding, at Princess Diana's wedding. He was there and very promptly got kicked out.
She's
but
dead.
The
Odds are
She
he
is
Just
won't.
dead.
saying. Now that you're being all morbid and shit.
And,
earlier.
and odds are he won't be at this upcoming royal wedding.
Right. Yes. Yeah. So basically, that's just kind of what he did, and his goal was to just get on every social media platform that he possibly could in order to spread that word. And then he started getting pissed when they didn't let him on.
Well, yeah, producers would literally threaten people's jobs if they
Right.
put
Don't
him on
put him
camera.
on camera.
And it was getting to a point, and then it kind of escalated from there. Because then he was, he detonated those stink bombs, and
Right.
was it California? Is that where
Yeah,
it was?
he put them all over the place. But that didn't hurt anyone, in my opinion. That's
But-
okay.
Right? He wasn't,
Yeah,
he
Kadarius
wasn't
did the same
killing
thing in
people.
Miss Stroop's class.
Right.
No, but he got viral, man. He had a Simpsons had a character on their show.
And he was, truthfully, he was an icon of the 70s and the 80s.
Right.
I mean, this was something when you turned on any, and it wasn't just sporting events. It could be a concert, like you said, the royal wedding. It was expected. You always turned it on to see, well, where's he going to be today?
Yep.
I remember that. It's like it was yesterday.
I'm sure you
Good
do.
times, man.
Good times.
Good times, dude.
Considering we were one when he's royally
I'm
screwed
36,
up.
bro.
Oh, yeah, you're 36.
Right.
But seriously, in 1992, that's when things went sour. So
It is, and he ended up. He's facing 3 consecutive life sentences
Yeah.
Right.
from holding a maid hostage in a hotel room.
Right.
That's okay. I'm going to defend the man. So, in my humble opinion, she did that to herself.
Oh yeah,
Let me tell you why.
you're not a part of the
Me.
Me Too movement, I assume.
So, basically, what happened, according to Roland and according to the maid did confirm, he went to a hotel with 2 guys he was planning to hold hostage because he needed to get the John 3:16 word out and no one was letting him get it out. So he was going to cause a scene. So he went to the hotel out in Los Angeles where he could see the airport, threatened to blow up some airplanes, which is why they thought he was a terrorist.
Casual.
Casual,
Yeah.
very casual, right?
You know, it's
So
an
the
average Tuesday.
The two guys overpowered him and got out. I mean, you know, as you would probably
Wait, two
expect.
guys? What are you
Yeah,
talking
there were
about?
two guys in there. He took two guys hostage.
Sounds like a party.
Yes. So the two guys got out, which is hunky-dory and all, but the maid was scared and didn't know what to do. So where does she go? Into the bathroom. She could have left.
bitch.
She
Right.
put herself in that bathroom. It's not his fault.
Right.
But then he was like, oh, sweet. I've got this maid in here now, considering the other two guys didn't work
Make me a
out.
sandwich.
Basically.
Make the bed.
Oh.
Do that fancy shit you do with toilet paper.
And so basically he stuck up the signs on the windows so that the publicity would get out there that he meant business and he was going to hold people hostage. And so they brought some bombs in and blew up his hotel door, blew out the windows and arrested him.
So, are you in like his cult or something?
No,
like
he
you
does
just
have a
defended
website,
that. Everything
which,
you just said sounded terrible.
No,
by the way,
I
all he did was cut her 14 times. Okay, it could have been worse.
No, I'm not defending him for what he did. However, I
But
am
3
like,
life sentences, really?
well, that's not what he originally was offered though.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
heard
okay,
that. He didn't
so-
take the deal.
So he was
Right.
offered a plea deal where he was going to serve 12 years. And because he wasn't getting the publicity that he wanted from the 12 years, he said, like, screw
I would
you.
rather have.
Yeah, right. And so he said, screw you. I want to go talk to the judge. So the judge was like, dude, you're an idiot. 3 life sentences. This is your own damn fault. And so here he is. And he says today in his interviews that if he were to go back and change it, he would have taken the 12 years.
Right, you think?
Right.
So, I'll tell you what's really cool. And if you don't mind, can I see that envelope?
Yeah, go for it.
This is really cool. Just so everybody,
What's the letter say?
Just the envelope.
This
to
is not
start
even
with.
really letters. It's mostly
This is
like
what's really
Armageddon.
And without showing any company names or anything, this
Yeah.
is what's really cool, okay? And I don't know if you guys can see this, okay, but this comes from the guy with the rainbow hair, okay? And this envelope and several other pieces in there, it's actually color coded. Everything's it's super bright and super vibrant,
Yeah.
okay? Which I think is
He's
really
a cutie.
cool.
He's a sweetheart.
Right, right, okay.
I'd smash. Just saying.
But it's amazing what I'm sitting here looking at. Okay, she's got ridiculous amounts. I mean, he sent her clippings and articles,
Mostly
and,
Bible verses about extraterrestrials, which I'm pretty sure don't really exist in the actual Bible.
Well, now I don't know,
Bruh,
You need to
bruh.
Look to your left. Okay, so we may have some points on that, but this is really an amazing amount of stuff that he actually sent. As
I know
far as-
it's nice for him to like go out of his busy day and have to
Right.
find the time to
And
send
How
it.
does he find
sent
the time?
He literally sent me up to date information. This wasn't anything like years old. This was like within 2 weeks of him sending it to
Is
me.
he talking shit about the Kardashians?
No,
It's like,
he
I hate Kim.
He was
She's a
mostly
bitch.
like, take these letters, pass them on, help me get the word out. I need you, like, and get me out of prison. That was one of the
Right,
requests in
so-
here. Yeah.
So you're supposed to bust him out, or are you supposed to contact some
Well,
attorneys?
let me tell
or?
you guys too. So I obviously am not like a huge sports fan, so I don't really watch a whole lot of sports or anything. So when I get this, I'm literally like,
What
"What
is
the
this?"
hell is this?" So I'm sitting there looking at it, and all I see is Rock and Rollen Stewart, and I'm like, I don't know what the hell that is. Obviously. Atomic Armageddon, Rainbow Man, and then I see an inmate number. And so I was like, well, I can find out some
Okay.
shit online about inmates by looking up their inmate number. So we went on to the prison's website because it does say Mule Creek State Prison up here. And I went on their website and literally looked up his inmate number, and I was like, oh, what'd this poor little 75-year-old man do? And so I figured, it said that he was basically he was in prison for holding someone hostage and stuff. And I was like, oh shit, this has got to be on the news.
This is cool.
I did not expect to literally walk in to the internet and see that this guy was actually someone that was well known in the actual Rainbow Man
Well, I was going to
guy.
say, after you Googled the prison deal on it, did
Oh,
you
yeah.
go back and just Google him?
Oh yeah,
to learn
absolutely.
A little bit, obviously?
And I was like, oh, rock and roll, and this makes sense. And then Rainbow Man. I mean, he signed all this shit. It was just right in front of me. I didn't know.
that's a really cool thing to have.
I
Though. I mean,
know.
it's not just somebody who's in prison; it's somebody known that's in prison.
Right.
So,
I mean, it's no letter from Charles Manson or anything, but I'll
right.
take
Well,
it.
that may be coming soon.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take this with the, the Cheez-It crumbs and everything that fell out of the letter when I opened it, over anything else. But, that's just what I got.
So I got to ask you, it's interesting because of all the material that's in there. Obviously, I see there's a little piece of handwritten
Oh, yeah.
stuff actually from him.
Is it a poem? A love letter?
No, I guess
it's
my question
rapture
is
information.
okay. Other than the
Let me read
rapture
that. I wanna
information,
see it.
though, but other than the rapture information, and by the way, all of this is color coded. Okay, this is really cool. Okay, but I guess my thing is other than being like we talked about,
I can't
earlier,
read this.
It's girly handwriting.
of the fact
I think
that
it's cute. I like
He
it.
likes it. This may be his new hookup. Hey, they still offer conjugal visits in some prisons.
Hey, that was in the 80s. That was a weird
Butt
phase.
buddies.
But in all seriousness, though, other than just kind of spreading his word and you guys being kind of an outlet for him, was he requesting any
Just get me out
for
of
you,
prison.
right? Okay, but I mean, I guess my question is what does he expect you to do as?
The most important part in there that he mentions multiple times is go to sporting events and hold up John 3:16. That's literally like what he's requesting.
So
in
now
there.
you're going to.
I've never seen that happen before.
Exactly. I'm going to go
Right?
buy the wig. I'm going to stand at sporting events that I know nothing about, and I'm going to be the new rock and rollin'.
The Masters is this weekend in Augusta, so there's an opportunity.
I can branch out. Step up my game these days.
But that's kind of crazy, though, in a way. I mean, and I guess my other question would be, and what prison is he in?
He's in Mule Creek.
And where is that?
I think it's out in California.
In California.
Yeah.
So it's
Cali,
crazy
bro.
to me. It's crazy to me that he spent all this time, put all this information, all this stuff together, and he finds a little place right here in Alabama.
I know. Yeah, well, I did some reading on him, and I know that he stuffs envelopes pretty regularly to send them to different companies and stuff where he thinks he can get some help,
Gotcha.
Granted, I want to know how many people write him back. I actually seriously considered
Have you?
writing him back. I haven't yet, but I think that I should.
So and again, so everybody listening can understand, how long ago did you receive this?
About 3.5, 4 weeks ago.
So we're talking about, this is super current.
Super
y'all.
current, yes.
Super current.
Yes.
So I'm curious, are you thinking about writing him back?
I'm thinking about writing him back, honestly. I mean, just not to... more to just, hey, give me more information. I need a little bit more.
And tell me exactly what can I do.
Write him back
Like,
as a publisher.
Yeah, what can I
Yes.
do for you, man?
No, I'm not even joking. Do it.
Like, just or
Absolutely.
pretend to be his dead grandparents.
Oh,
Okay, you can do that.
yeah.
We'll get into that. We'll get into that story later. But seriously, what could happen if you just pretended to be a publisher? But like, hi, I'm so and so with
Yeah, I mean, I probably could.
Shake. What? Yeah, GQ.
Yeah.
You can do. I'm from Shanker, Carroll.
Maybe I should write it from like a Christian magazine.
Yes,
So
I'm
he
from
thinks-
ChristianMingle.com.
Oh,
We're trying to. We're branching out with our
Christianity
brand.
today.
We're looking to find you a mate.
Yep,
You should do it. So, like I said, you were the first friend I had in Alabama. We were biffs. I remember I went to. I don't know why. I have photographic memory, which is crazy.
Me too. It's okay.
I remember going to the Dairy Queen by, I guess it was Walmart back then on 280.
Yeah.
And it was when, who's the, McGinnis? Is that Miami's running back who towards ACL in the national championship
Random.
in 2001?
No, this is the sports guy. Just
Yeah,
so
I
you
know.
understand.
That was on the TV.
He
and I was in
likes
fifth
to have
grade.
These episodes of all this sports talk, and I have to kind of like fake my way through it.
I just remember little details. I remember that.
Little bitty details.
Seeing, that's it. I was in Dairy Queen on 280 in 2001 when Ohio State was playing Miami, and he tore his ACL while I was standing there, leaned up against the bar. I just remember that one thing. And do you have a need for like a game where you drive, or did you?
Yeah, we used to, Jackie.
It's like an arcade game type deal.
Yeah.
Yes, was it the machine, or am I just remembering this
It was
wrong?
like a chair on the ground, but it was it had
Yes,
pieces.
she had like an arcade. What's the the arcade racing
like
game?
NASCAR.
Yeah, it had the
No,
chair with
it was like the one where you
speakers,
double-
like-
Oh, you actually sat in it.
Yes,
And
it was
had,
like the
a
arcade.
See, what's crazy is that when I was younger, like y'all's age, okay, I had a Defender machine and a Pac-Man machine in my apartment.
Yeah, we had a Pac-Man machine. We got rid of it not that long ago.
Yeah, because it cost you an arm and a leg to run that sucker 24 hours. Did you realize that?
Oh,
Yeah,
we.
and the screen was all whited out. So
Oh, that's really
Yeah,
cool to
actually,
have, though.
the characters were burned into the screen
Because
when they were turned off. Yeah.
right? So you actually y'all had a racing machine, like
Yes.
sit down.
You know
Yeah,
the
it was
one where
like
you
a-
double
really
pump
cool.
the pedal, you do flips or shit.
Yeah.
So how did y'all meet? How did you and your husband meet?
We actually worked together.
Oh, I was
story
hoping to be
short.
something crazy. Like we
we
were at a gangbang and
Well,
it was
no.
wonderful.
No.
What they didn't say was it was a gangbang at work.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I did try to hook
that's
him
good
up.
team building exercises. I like it.
I did try to hook him up with my best friend though because I thought he was.
Yeah,
I was
it
like,
was a
he's so
little weird.
nice, and he was like,
She's full of shit.
Well,
No, that's sweet.
She's like, what's a good play with him? He's really nice. Okay,
keep
here's
it
a good way. I'll pretend to hook him up with my
Hey,
friend.
we hadn't even graduated high school yet.
Really?
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, and I was like, hey, you should go talk to my friend Abby. She's super nice. And I was like, Abby, he's super
I don't like
nice.
Abby.
And do you remember Abby Brasher?
No,
Maybe.
I
You
just was.
probably-
I just don't like her.
Yeah.
I don't like
It's
the
okay.
name. She's
Well,
a bitch.
Long story short.
Sorry, Abby. I don't know.
he
you.
But
calls
obviously,
her-
Josh knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He calls her and talks to her, and he was like, I think she might be a little too liberal for me. I'm not interested. And I was like, all right.
So, all
little bit.
right, then we're good. This is somebody I could talk to.
Literally, our political views are different. And I was like, oh, well, I know which direction you lean in now.
What about
Well,
what about
it
here?
wasn't even that political back then.
But it gets to a point.
Right?
It was in your face.
Exactly. It gets to a point when you're either side of the spectrum. You're like, dude,
Yeah.
you need to calm the
Just
f down,
FTW,
bro.
Yeah.
Now, you can see that in the last couple of years. Obviously, that's become something that's in the forefront of everything. I don't care
Oh,
whether
right.
it's your friends,
Well, anything.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
or
There-
whatever. But back then, if it was even to that point where you're going, well, she's a little
Yeah.
too much for me.
Don't get me wrong. I
Must have
still
been
love her.
crazy.
Right.
Don't
yeah,
get me
it
wrong.
was
Still love her. I was
ridiculous.
visiting her in Nashville last week, so we're in good shape.
Did you take in a Predators game?
No, but there was it was huge. It was like, I mean, I didn't realize, again, sports, I don't know, but I didn't realize how big of a thing it was. And so I saw these billboards that were like, Predators this, Predators
it's
that. And I was like,
huge.
what are Predators? And they were like,
Things that kill stuff.
yeah, well, no,
Right.
I mean, like,
To
that's
eat.
what I was thinking. I was like, what is a Predators game? Is that like some sort of arcade
It's
game?
hacky.
Yeah,
It's hacky.
Right. And so apparently that was what we were supposed to do while we were there. But instead, we just avoided that, considering all the Ubers had put their time at it was like $100 to get anywhere in an Uber because of how busy they were. Which,
That's crazy.
speaking of Uber and Lyft, holy crap, it's such a thing in Nashville. Maybe it's a thing here and I just never see it. But
Eh,
I mean,
It's not big
It's a
here.
thing,
My
but-
son lives in Fort Lauderdale, Miami.
Yeah.
And that's
Oh, I'm sure.
all they do.
that's what I'm
literally.
saying. My friend Abby even drives for Lyft and she makes a ton of money through the winter.
Yeah.
So
they have a better city scene, I guess.
yeah, I mean, what do you do in Birmingham?
I hate to
You
say
have
that, but it's been that way
4
since I was
bars.
young, which is kind of sad.
I was an Uber driver for about
A day.
4.5 hours once.
Did you get a weirdo in your car?
No, I made.
They didn't leave nasty stuff in your seat
I
or
am the
anything?
weirdo in the car.
Yeah, that's how we met. Actually, It was a weird night, but it is what it is. But yeah, but when you say it got weird with the politics, either way, there's obviously something going on where they're trying, no matter what, they're going to try to find something to separate people.
Do you know, and it's kind of interesting because, and I guess even when you guys were younger and in high school, didn't things seem so much different back then? Nobody talked about it really.
I think it was pre-recession, truly.
Right.
I think recession is just kind of what ended up making everyone go a little nuts and have
put
opinions.
everybody on edge, I guess.
Yep, and then Obama, which was recessionary times.
And
Obama?
Yo mama.
And let's
Yo
just,
mama,
let's just preface
Obama.
this with, Lindsey, I'm pretty sure you're our first female guest.
Oh my god!
Holy crap, you are.
Oh my god! I was wondering.
Sweet, we're not a sexist asshole.
We are no longer
Yeah.
I also want to get
Absolutely.
it out there. I'm not a feminist.
Are you not?
I'm not a feminist.
So you would actually
Why is
be
that?
okay. Crazy. We talked about it the other day. Okay, a lady looked at me like I'd lost my mind because I opened the door for her.
really
I mean, don't.
suck it.
Don't-
I mean,
right.
Well, that's what I was getting. Is it because of what modern feminism stands
yes,
for? It's not
so
about
horrible.
women's rights.
Let
It's
me get it
man
out
hating.
there. It is so horrible.
That's all it
Modern
is.
Feminism is shit. I just want to get that out there. And I feel like, there are a lot of people that participate in the women's marches and things like that. But what is what's the women's march for?
I go for the hat. That's
Oh, now I do want one of the hats.
that would be
Yeah,
the
Of course,
that would be sick as shit.
Right? So Josh, so I guess I'm assuming because she said you were so sweet talking about her bitch friend, okay, but that you like
Abby.
the idea that you open doors for her, you buy her flowers,
Yeah.
you do the card
Yeah, I
thing.
mean, and to be honest, I'd probably hold the door for any. I have like a radius rule.
But
Whoever's coming up behind me, I'm
doesn't-
gonna probably open the door.
I think
for
that's a
them.
lost art, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is.
seriously, and that's what's crazy to me is, I remember, I can remember when I was a kid of me walking in. My dad would let me walk in front of me. Man, if I didn't grab the door for a woman, he got on to
But
me.
I feel like that's I mean, I hold doors open for dudes.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something
Bro.
that. Pourquoi? No, I mean, like,
It's so risque.
yeah,
Right?
risque. What I mean, like,
So edgy though.
It's
It's
like
totally
out
different.
there.
It's okay. It's holding a door open. It's not, some guy saying, "Hey, I know you're in Walmart right now, but when you're done shopping, can I help you out to your car to put your groceries in the trunk with you in the trunk?" Like, I mean, it's not like
Well, that's what it is.
Right.
It's getting to a point where you can't even even compliment a woman because it's like sexual harassment.
Well, you remember
It's not like you're saying, "Hey, nice tits, bitch." You're like, "Oh, I love that blouse on you. It's nice."
Right. But you know, it's kind of funny because in the old days, like when I was growing up, to whistle at a woman was not considered anything negative.
Construction workers are the only people that do that now. Stop doing that.
But that's what's portrayed now, okay? But you know, back in the day, it was actually considered a compliment. You know, it wasn't. Nobody was trying to be.
It wasn't like I need to run.
Trying to
somebody
smash.
Grabbed.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You know.
That makes my day. You know, I run into it same team. You know, people catcall me all the time.
Right.
It just makes it flatters me.
you
They're like, "Hey, bro, nice dick." And I'm like, "Thanks."
Do you guys watch anything on the gypsies at all?
The
Like,
gypsies?
yeah, like there's gypsy reality TV shows.
Apparently, I
now.
have a gypsy tattooed on me.
Do you? Is she wearing the little skirt with the bells? And
No,
everything?
it's. I say it's a lady pirate.
Oh, she's a gypsy. I see
God,
it.
Like we're talking about Gypsy Rose Lee.
It's a pirate.
Like yeah, so like gypsy, like the culture of gypsies, which
Sure, it's actually very cool.
It's politically incorrect to use the word gypped now because that means you've been gypsied. So apparently that's not cool. But everything's politically.
Well, they're getting
incorrect.
offended
Hey.
too.
Yeah,
We-
they're getting offended.
That
too.
massive percentage of the population of gypsies,
we've learned
they can lick
something
my
today.
asshole.
We've learned something here today
Well-
What did we learn?
about the word "gyp."
Gyp. I'm telling you, don't use that word.
They can lick my asshole. I can say whatever the hell I
Well,
want.
the
Right.
reason I brought it up is because in their culture, at least in their culture in England, they appreciate, the females appreciate what they call grabbing, which is where a guy just randomly runs by, grabs them, and like yanks them to the floor that they don't know. That's like their form of flirting. And I was like,
I like it.
man, you go to jail in like a heartbeat, you know? But
Unless you're the president.
I really thought you were about to say grab him in the pussy.
Right.
I really did.
I mean,
I was like, okay, this is where this is going.
Seriously.
I like this challenge.
seriously, when we get off, you've got to Google it and see what these bitches wear, okay? Because it was
Who?
so easy.
The gypsies?
The gypsies. The modern day gypsies.
Modern.
That's what I don't understand. When a girl comes out and she's got like her titties popping out and then gets offended when you make crude comments.
6-inch like whore heels.
Yeah.
Right.
And a shirt that says "I love dick," and you're like, "You calling me a whore?"
I like that. She's calling them whore heels. I like
Yeah.
that.
That was nice. I'm learning a lot of lines. What was the other one
you.
about? What was your brother says
Instead of
something about an elephant?
oh yeah, elephant rhino. Like when you say hell if I know.
Yes.
You say elephant rhino instead, or cheesy
This
rice.
is refreshing, though, to have a nice perspective.
Yeah, I literally wrote that down.
Yeah. Cheesy rice.
When I say I'm going to
Right.
write it down, I write it down.
Yeah.
I just remember when you type something. How come you don't remember it as much as if you write it down?
Isn't that weird, though?
Isn't that a thing,
that's
or is that just me?
technology.
No, it's
No, it's
true.
a thing.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
I,
It's a
Technology-
technology
I
thing.
probably couldn't tell you my password to my computer unless I was typing it.
Really?
But you know, in the old
I
days,
get that. It's
patterns.
muscle memory.
well, it's just like in the old days. Of course, people don't have, it's not as prevalent now because everybody stores telephone numbers in their phone as a name, okay?
Oh, yeah.
But back in the day, we recognized patterns.
Oh
Yeah.
You
yeah.
know, I can still remember my phone numbers as kids on it. Of course,
Rotary phone.
easy, easy. Yes, we actually had a rotary phone.
I know you
okay?
did.
But we also had just a regular pad. But it was you didn't remember actual numbers. You didn't even have to look at it. You could just do the pattern.
Yeah.
Yep.
You just remember that. But nowadays,
Remember when we used to text like that too?
right?
I
Do you remember how
remember.
hard that was?
No, remember T9 word? Shoot,
Your
I
next
would.
spell chirp.
I would fly. Just, I'd be in my pocket, just and going
1,
to town.
2, 3 was C.
And now you gotta act. Now it's harder to text and drive. It's more of like a sport now. You're like, will I die?
Oh my god. So you ever use voice to text?
No.
Let me tell you
I,
about
mu-
that.
I mumble.
You better preview it before you send it.
I have okay, so I had a bad experience using voice to text. Never again in my life will I ever use that shit. So my dad sent me a text and was just like, "Hey Lindsay, where are you?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm on my way to get smoothies." Nope, smoothies translated to free nude teens.
Nice.
Went through as I'm going to get free
It was
nude
already
teens.
in
I didn't make
Where
it
do they
wrong.
sell those, by the way? I've been looking for a good free new teens.
Yeah, it's the smoothie life.
That is
That
awesome.
was on her
That's one of the best.
giant ass BlackBerry with like probably the first voice.
It was the
recognition.
military version. It like I could throw that thing anywhere.
It's going to lead me to say, you use Groupon?
I've used it a couple of
Okay,
times.
so if you buy something, all the stuff you
So-
see is based off your previous purchases.
Right. That's how everything is on the
Is the
internet.
voice text the same way? So are you looking up free nude teens?
I mean, I look at porn all the time anyway. I'm just kidding.
Are you though?
Nah, I'm good.
You're good.
This is an honest text, okay? This is a real text I got from one of my customers the other day.
Uh-oh.
In the middle of it.
What
it
kind of
says-
customer?
I have a landscape business.
You know.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
And that other job. It actually says, This is funny because it says, Chris, please take sexual care not to run over the black border. Long story short,
They're going to come home with him in the yard. But what the hell are you doing?
2 days later, I get this says, hey, just reread that text from the other day. Wow, I got a new phone and I need to figure out how to use this.
I have a
Yeah.
question.
Right.
I have a question for you. If you're in the landscape, business, are you the type that goes in for lemonade, or do you not go in for lemonade?
I'm married, so I'm not allowed to go in for lemonade.
Just wanted to know.
Yeah.
We'll ask him again after the show. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Like I said, depends on what that lemonade comes with.
Now the help goes in for the lemonade.
Oh, yeah.
I send all the guys in, say, hey, this is like.
Do you hand deliver the lemons?
We grow them ourselves.
So do you follow SpaceX any? Are you a fan of Elon
He was
Musk?
reading into it a little bit. I don't follow it very much, but
Yeah,
we just
I'm not really up to speed on it.
What about Elon Musk at a hold? Do you think he's a badass?
Yeah.
except for
can
the
you
fact
not?
that it's
Yeah.
going straight for an asteroid.
Yeah,
Like
but
it's not going to stay
Who?
out there. Like
anybody who will.
Are you talking about Elon?
His car?
Yeah, his Tesla.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, shit happens. It was a good idea.
But
Anybody who will manufacture and sell flamethrowers on the
Yeah.
internet, you kind of gotta like.
in
the
his
guy.
boring
If
company.
I could put a car in space, I'd do it. I mean,
Right.
Oh yeah.
why
Some people
would-
have a conspiracy that he that was his way of disposing of a body. How brilliant would that be?
Do you know that they're actually talking about launching every 2 weeks now?
Wait, well, I wasn't listening.
They're talking about launching every 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, that's what I was going to get into. I was going to get into that, but hold on, let me get into this for a second. If you're not familiar with Elon Musk, okay, you know Bezos, the Amazon guy. He's a complete pile of shit. I don't like him. He's greedy. Whole Foods is going to hell in a handbasket
Total shit.
because he's turning it into a Walmart basically. Well, anyway, I'm going to be
So
heartbroken if Elon Musk if I find out some crap about him. But so far, nothing, which is awesome. He's a modern day I always say modern day. He's the real life
Tony Stark?
Tony Stark.
Yeah.
He's sitting in traffic in California. You know what he says? I'm going to do a boring company and make. He's literally doing this and digging underground earthquake-proof tunnels to where you lower down and get on sleds and you go like 150 miles an hour underground.
Just for funsies.
Yeah, to limit to limit the traffic in California.
Oh, that'd be sweet. Yeah.
That's one of his companies. There's Solar City, SpaceX. Well, now it's getting into this. Now the launch is now, which they're launching. There's going to be 75 launches within the next couple of years, launching satellites that will be the world internet, where you can have internet anywhere and everywhere.
Well, they're resupplying the International Space
And
Station,
they're
right?
that's on top of it, which leads me to what we don't agree on: the moon landing. What was the one reason why we haven't been back? We can't afford it. You know how much? No, hold on. You hold your horses, son. Do you know how much SpaceX charges for just launch, not including the shit that goes on the thing? Each launch costs $62 million.
That's not
Yeah,
that
but they're-
much. I'm just kidding.
Hold my poodle. Hold my poodle. If they take 10 satellites at once, that's what, 8 trips? That's over $496 million.
But they're actually reusing materials now.
It don't matter. You still pay $496 million.
Okay, but it was
$496 million. Guess what? That's ballpark figure
big
more than the whole moon shit cost. Why didn't we go back? Did we ever go? That's what I want to know. If you haven't tell, I'm borderline like tinfoil right now. Like it's getting bad. But tell me how badass that tapestry is.
That's fucking
Is that not
badass.
really?
Do y'all know? Are you conspiracy-ish?
Yes,
I'm
it's actually a
interested,
problem.
yeah.
Is it?
Oh,
Uh-huh.
nice. You have a problem.
Yeah, a
Good.
little bit.
There's
grew up
one
that
that
way.
my
I
mom
grew up
doesn't
that
want me
way.
to talk about,
Uh-huh.
and this is the one that
Careful.
one that I kind of freaked her out because usually I just
probably
tell them
listening.
shit and they're just like, oh yeah, you're, and they walk away and they're like, my
Yes,
son's
Josh,
freaking
on
crazy.
another one of his tangents.
Well, no, like I was telling her about I was building a fence and she was kind of helping me out, and I was telling her about it, but then I woke up next morning and like I just sent her the emails.
Is that a fence to keep people out or to keep people in?
I don't know. It's not my job.
Dogs.
I build it, and they pay me. But it was the Pizzagate
Pizza.
Pizza.
where it's the thing is, You know Pizzagate?
No.
Oh man, this one goes to
This
the.
is modern and current.
This is, and the fact that it was so quick to jump to, it's just fake news conspiracy, kind of freaks me out because no one even looked into it.
It was too fast.
Too fast. Okay, the email dump, WikiLeaks,
Oh yeah.
John Podesta. You haven't heard about this at all?
No, I have heard those names are sounding.
Okay, John Podesta was Hillary Clinton's campaign manager.
Yeah.
He worked with Obama. He worked with Bill. There was
Bill.
in the 2013, I want to say, FBI declassified document. It had pedophile code talks, and it's all pizza. Like pizza means like a small boy or girl, and like pasta is a small boy or girl. I can't remember. And then like nut sauce is like a boy of color
Nut
or a
sauce.
child of color. Yeah. Well, anyway, in the emails, they're clearly talking in code. Like I'm saying. Someone emailed him saying, "Hey, someone left a handkerchief with
some nut sauce.
some type of."
I think it was a meat lover.
No, it was some type of something map. And then one of them was like, "Hey, which one should I play dominoes on, pasta or pizza?" Like clearly, and one of them was, "Okay, we're so and so's taking," and then name a name 9. Name a name 7, name a name 8, which I assume is referencing their age. Right. Yeah. The water will be warm. It should be good. And then then they were like so and so picking up and the names and the numbers. So there'll be further entertainment. And then the spirit cookings were in those emails. But yeah, no one. And then when they brought it up to him on air, all he did was get pissed and say, "It's just fake news, fake news." But no one, all the media just throws softball questions like, "Oh, is this real?" Like,
Well,
no.
they say, is it real? But actually,
Read the damn emails. Like, what the hell were you talking about right here?
Well, something that actually happened is somebody who took it so real actually went into a pizza place.
You want to know a fact about
Shot
that?
somebody.
No. That's bullshit, dude.
You think?
No, I know so. Okay, so Alex Jones.
reading
Alex
fake
Jones.
news?
Oh,
No.
Alex Jones.
That's what the narrative is. Hear this though. Alex Jones brought it up. Right. Well, apparently this guy drove from West Virginia to DC. One bullet was fired. It went through a closet door and hit that place's hard drive to where it was useless.
Very convenient.
Did you know that? Media didn't cover that one, did
You
they?
hit the pepperonis.
Hit that media. And then you go into Alefantis, which owns... Oh, Comet Ping Pong. That's where it references back. Alefantis, which was in the thing as one of the most influential... Am I saying that word? I can't speak today. Influential purple in D.C., and he owns a damn pizza place. And which then it goes ties to the dude that has that island...
And this was also the same situation where like the people had servers in some guy's apartment and stuff, right?
Right.
Yeah.
and they found the child porn.
Right.
That's all tied to it. I'm going to do an episode with it. I don't give a shit. If I die, I die. I die. I won't, though. There's so much shit out there.
Let's
I'm
just
good.
apologize to Josh's mom right now.
Nah, Donna, it is what it is.
Why does she care?
Right?
Because she actually believed it,
Donna.
and it freaked her out. Because usually when I tell her conspiracy stuff, she's like, oh, yeah, it's cool.
Well, I always offend the shit out of everyone with Sandy Hook, but we don't have to go there.
See, I never got into that for some reason.
Oh, I offend everyone.
I saw the videos showing, and Sandy Hook's a shooting. I saw a video where it looked like they were going through drills,
Yeah.
but they didn't have that
Right.
much details. Going to shooting, Hog. What's his name? First name?
It's not Alan.
Michael, Jim,
The young
John.
guy. The guy that's all about
The-
having every gun in America.
The guy who you cannot turn it on, and he's been on like 67,742 interviews.
The guy with the little bitty guns.
Yeah, I don't like. He's shaped like Kermit the Frog.
Guns.
He is shaped like Kermit the Frog. He has like one arm. Like he's so tiny. No, I'm saying he's been on so much interviews. It's kind of backfiring on him
Absolutely.
Yeah.
because he's
Absolutely.
contradicting himself.
Talking too much.
He's contradicting himself.
Yeah.
There's some interviews where he said when he found out there was a shooting, he was at home, grabbed a camera, rode his bike 3 miles to school as fast as he possibly can to catch as much images as
You
possible.
think that was a Power Rangers bike?
Then there's the images where he's in a closet and he's like, it's 3:51 or something.
And filming it, like talking into his
Right.
phone.
He's like, oh, it's 3:51. There's shots fired, blah, blah, blah. And then another one where he's at the school too, and it's 3:21.
Well, what gets me is this is the same kid who spoke earlier about the fact that he felt like it was a slam at them saying they had to wear clear backpacks.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Right.
because invasion of privacy.
Right.
Yeah, what the hell?
Bruh.
It's been a thing for a long time. I can remember that in high school. Some
Clear
high
backpacks?
schools. Yeah.
What?
You went to high school in the ghetto a little bit, so.
Where'd you go? Did you go to Woodland?
Where'd you go?
Did you go to Woodland, son?
Minor.
Minor.
Yeah,
Oh,
minor,
never,
okay.
same thing. Same thing. They made a civil rights movie over there somewhere. I don't remember where. No, but that was racist as fuck. Sorry. Anyway, that was bad. Okay. Anyway, when you go back to that school, have you seen the layout of that school? That's an outdoor campus, which is
Right.
Yeah.
For an elementary school?
Right.
Like,
is it an elementary school?
what, Sandy Hook?
No.
Oh, the other one. Oh,
Is
yeah,
that one
the other
outdoor too?
Yeah.
No, Sandy Hook did have a lot. I think they had a lot of portables and stuff, but I don't remember
Right.
having portables that young because we weren't trusted to go outside by ourselves.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Have you seen Easy A,
Easy, eh?
the movie
No, I never watched it. Did you?
with Emma Stone? And it's completely
Shit,
pointless for
sorry.
bringing that up. Way to ruin my story. Jesus.
Oh, so
Is she the one that wears the A on her chest?
It
Yeah.
was the takeoff on the
Scarlet Letter.
Scarlet
Scarlet
Letter
Letter, right.
on the platform and all
Right.
that good stuff.
Do you remember? Oh shit, you weren't there senior year. You didn't see Miss Garrett. Like, God damn it, why did I say her name?
She was a smart one.
Never mind. I can't say the story anymore.
Can't say it.
Son of a bitch. Not Miss Garrett.
Is she retired? She's retired.
Came her panties on. She loved Beowulf, dude.
Oh, she really did.
Oh my god.
I didn't get to read.
She
that
would
because
talk about Grendel and just and I would just be sitting there, being quiet as hell, doodling. Quiet as hell, doodling.
bless that.
Yeah.
She was such a sweet woman.
Yeah. Well, Beowulf. That's how she talked, Beowulf.
Was she the one whose husband used to come up there and like sing to her? And
Don't know. I don't ask questions.
Someone came.
I don't know shit.
Singing
I was
song.
scared to talk. I
Singing song.
literally didn't ask questions in
You
school.
really didn't. It's okay.
Is it really? People, I'm just glad you're here. I want you to clear this up. When I tell people I'm socially awkward, I hate
Yup.
talking,
It's true,
I hate being the center of
Yup.
attention, everyone's like, you're full of shit, dude. I don't see
No,
it.
it's true.
Nope.
It's so true. Even Chris doesn't really know as much, but
Yeah, I knew little bitty Josh.
Right,
But-
baby Josh.
tell me about little bitty Josh.
What do you want to know about little bitty Josh?
Careful.
Because she was what? No. Hey, you know, it is what it is. Not every one of us is blessed. They don't know what you're talking about. They didn't hear you, but yeah. Like, she was friends with me literally when I was terrified of women. Like, I was scared to hold hands and
Way
stuff.
back last
Oh my
summer.
God! Yeah, you should have seen his first little girlfriends that he ever had. He'd walk down the hall like maybe 3 steps behind her and just kind of trail along, like, "This is cool. We're dating. This is cool."
Hell yeah. That's cool as hell. I
And then a
dated.
side hug. A
We
side
can
hug.
actually
Oh, shit.
talk
That's
to
a
each
big
other
deal,
now.
dude. I was about to say, I dated Charles C. for like 6 months. Not only did I date her, she was my freaking neighbor, bro. We hugged twice.
Twice.
It was the best. It was the best 4.5 seconds of my life. I promise.
Seriously though, you were
No,
really, really awkward. But it's.
I
okay.
was terrified. I don't know why. I still am. I don't know if it's like failure. I've been trying to narrow that down. Why that meant like I was so scared to do it.
You always have the look on your face, like growing up, like I'm staying out of that shit. Like I'm not getting in that. Like
And now
it
he's
was-
in the middle
Well,
of it
but it would be
all.
like a normal conversation. He's like, can't talk about it. Stay
Nope.
out of this shit. Like,
Nope.
and that's when he had crunchy hair too. He used to have crunchy hair.
Oh, when I used to put that shit in there.
He put gel so far down on it, and like
Bruh.
it was so wet.
I was a
looking,
straight
he'd
scud.
bend it up.
Dude, I'm
He-
still a jeller every day.
I remember I had in Brad, and I ended up giving it to Brad. I had this killer Hawaiian shirt, but instead of flowers, it was like dragons. Bruh. Had cargo shorts,
You still wear
maybe
that,
some
Brad?
Skechers. I don't even know. You can't
Brad
handle
wears
my
it to the
fashion.
club.
But seriously, his hair was gelled down so hard that when you bent it up, it cracked.
It was awesome.
It
Like
made
a
a
flock
snap
of
sound.
seagulls.
It was awesome.
Flock of seagulls.
Does anybody know who they are?
Yeah.
Other than me?
Dating yourself. But yeah, it's okay. Little Josh has come a long way. Little bitty Josh has become
Well,
not so bitty.
yeah, I'm a little too big, but I'm getting better. I'm like a bear. Like when it comes, don't worry, I'll feed you little birds. Y'all know.
For sure.
When it comes to November through beginning of February, I do nothing. That's my hibernation time.
That's okay. Drive Uber.
Nah, I can't do it anymore. They called me on my bullshit. You gotta have a car that's like with newer than X amount of years.
Right?
So technically I was driving like a 2015 Infiniti Q86.
Oh, I remember that. Right.
But I drive like a 2005 Tahoe. So you gotta take it in and get an inspection. I was just like, all right, I'll never talk to y'all again. Bye.
I'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah.
Too much
So when I would go pick people up, I would literally text them and be like, I'm in a white Tahoe. They're expecting an Infinity. I'm like, I'm in that piece of shit Tahoe over
Oh my
there.
God, that reminds us. When we were in Nashville, of course we were there for work. And my
Do you like Nashville? I love Nashville.
I don't know that I love Nashville.
Get the hell out of here. I'm
It's
just
okay.
kidding.
It's just not as eventful as I'd
Is
like
it
it
too
to
country?
be. It might be too country for me.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Like-
You know,
Young
I'm not saying-
country.
I'm not saying that as a negative necessarily,
No.
but for me, like everything there is centered around country
right,
music.
and I don't do
I hate that.
cowboy boots. I don't do country music. No offense to country
I wear
music.
cowboy boots because my wife says she thinks it's hot. So I literally bought one. I bought some like 4 days later.
Did you break them in?
I wear them every day.
every day.
Yeah, no, I'm not a cowgirl
See, I'm
boot
not
fan.
either. I mean,
Yeah, no. And while I was there, my friend Abby was like, "You've got to wear these
Frickin'
cowboys
Abby,
boots," and I
dude.
was like, "Thank God I
Frickin'
can't
Abby.
fit in them." Fucking
obviously,
Abby,
looking
man.
at your partner, he's definitely country.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I want to know about him. He hadn't talked. He said he didn't want to talk to Abby because she's a freaking Abby, dude. freaking liberal,
Abby.
freaking liberal, dude.
We've like still spoken to her ever since then.
Yeah,
Really?
freaking
yeah,
Abby,
for
dude.
sure. We went and stayed with her for the Tool concert a
Yeah,
couple
so
of years
he-
ago.
Oh, cool. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah,
A Tool concert.
Tool
nice.
concert.
You know how I got on Tool?
me.
Well, her, but not even
Really?
directly. She wore a shirt, and I wanted to know what the hell it was, so
You're
I found
not
out.
the only person that has said that. People said
we talking
when you
wrenches?
were in sixth grade.
Dude,
you
that
were
shirt
wearing
was
a-
baller. I was like, what the hell
I
is
don't
it?
even know what. I still have them.
Now, I freaking love Tool, dude. They're so good.
so
she
good.
had the tool on her shirt in like 6th grade.
Yeah, the tool,
Right.
the wrench on the back that looks
Yes,
like
look like a
I
penis,
wore
yeah.
that like all the time in 6th grade.
So we had an episode.
You really did. Now I'm thinking about it.
We had a band come in not too long ago. We were talking about influences in music and stuff. And what's kind of interesting is that you're in the 6th grade and you had on a Tool shirt.
Yeah.
Okay. So was that an influence from your parents? Or
No,
this-
it was actually from a really shitty little 13-year-old boyfriend that I had.
Who is that?
His name was Abby.
I'm not gonna throw that out here.
Oh yeah.
Yep, still shitty. You know.
She gave me my first burnt CD.
Lincoln
Right.
Park.
Lincoln Park,
She
dude.
did CD.
I talked about that
Nice.
not too long ago. A song came on. I was like, dude, my first burnt CD. I got this.
Yep.
It was cool.
I remember bringing it to where you guys were living at the time in that apartment. You had
Stonecrest?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
See, I think that's cool though because like y'all are talking like your first stuff was Tool and Linkin Park and stuff
Man,
like that.
well, my first love was Red Hot Chili Peppers, but my dad was like, I don't know.
You like
used to
Flea?
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I
guy
love
all the
them.
time.
See, well, okay, so my dad was
Except
always
nowhere
like,
near as much money.
I don't know if it's cool that you're in like the 4th grade looking at these guys doing cartwheels with nothing but socks on their penises. And I was like, I like it.
It's anatomy, Dad. I'm just trying to get ahead of the game.
I still love them. I still love them. So, you know.
Who's your favorite?
Who's my favorite chili pepper?
Yeah.
Well, I would say
The
Anthony.
hot one?
Definitely Anthony Kiedis. I mean, like, on aesthetics
Who's the
only.
drummer?
Chad Smith, who looks like Will Ferrell.
Okay, cool. I was making sure I was the same band. Have you seen the skits with him on whatever they were
They
talking about?
literally are like twinsies, though.
Right.
Yeah. They're
When they
like-
had the hat on and everything?
Yeah,
It was
complete
funny.
twinsies. And then Flea, of course. I
Oh,
mean, he's
yeah.
like little.
Is that his real name?
No, his name is Michael Balsary.
Dude, who the hell wants... Oh.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you something. With Flea,
That's
one of those
ballsy name.
people Who has been? He has done something with everybody who is anybody.
Yeah, and not to mention he's the funkiest motherfucker ever.
I don't like him.
Right.
You don't like him?
Nah,
He's the best
I'm
bassist
just being the
ever.
devil's advocate.
I put him up there with people like Michael Hedges.
What about the Tool guy?
Manor.
Pretty damn good. You're talking about bass? You said bass.
Oh, yeah. Oh, bass. I got you. Yeah. Well, and Danny Carey on drums. That drum set is like ridiculous.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So,
I know.
you
It's crazy.
He's like, I played it yesterday.
Not to mention the first Tool concert I ever went to, it was delayed because
What?
the first Tool concert I ever went to was delayed by.
Was that
like,
junior year?
Yeah, actually.
I remember that.
Did you not go?
No.
What are you doing?
Had to go to a
so let me
bonfire
tell
for
you.
football.
I'm not going to give any names, but I had a friend.
Abby.
Nope, not Abby.
I'm just kidding.
Not Abby.
Frickin' Abby,
I had a
dude.
friend who
She's
offered
gonna
up,
listen to this and be like, "What the fuck?"
I had a friend who offered up some
Abby will be our
dick
next
pics
gift.
Yeah.
in order
Next
to
guest.
get some really good tickets to the cool.
What was her name?
Wasn't?
I'm just kidding.
Definitely wasn't. No, but
I got these dudes' dick pics. You want
So
them?
there's this guy. So it was two guys, okay. But there was this guy in California that was part
Wait,
of
in one
Army.
pic?
Guy sending guy pic.
Oh shit! No, I thought you were saying like two guys in one picture. Hey, bro, I'm sending a dick pic. Hey, want to cross swords? Okay, that's creative. That's photography
Basically,
101.
There was a guy that neither one of us knew on the West Coast who, long story short, was part of Tool Army, which is, like Tool's following. And by being a part of Tool Army, you get really sweet tickets.
Get coupons.
Right,
I like
you get
that.
coupons. So I was like, do what you got to do. This online friend
Whatever
you got
it
here.
takes.
Yeah. So like my friend had met this guy on the Tool Army forum, because people just troll everyone everywhere, but. He was like, man, if you buy us tickets for discounted cheap, I'll send you some goods.
I'll
And
suck
so
your dick, man.
That is how I got to the Tool concert.
Josh, have you figured out that people are sending her stuff all the time?
Nah.
Just out of the blue? Because
Yeah, I
she's
wondered
getting
what that
tickets.
webcam in the
She's
bedroom
getting,
is for. We never used
right?
it,
She's
so.
getting letters from prison.
It's like I gotta pay the bills, son.
People scout me out. I can't help it.
I don't ask questions.
Hey, that's the way. That's the best way to live.
He's
let me
along
tell
for
you.
the
Tells me
ride.
not to come to the bedroom on Wednesdays from this.
Right.
Dude, all bullshit aside, I told Becca, I was like, if shit comes on hard times, we're gonna get that. You're gonna pretend to play video games and just be cute. The Twitch girls, dude,
People
they
are
make
making
so much money.
millions doing that.
For
It's
sure.
insane.
Yeah.
That's all they do is just look hot and play video games.
Still not naming names, but that same person went on to do adult entertainment.
No
Really?
shit. You
How
know somebody?
cool.
Yeah, made a lot of money.
Well, before we're done here, obviously off the air, we'll swap some names and some Google searches.
Well, I mean,
I'll show you my dick pics I got for tickets. I do it, dude.
no thanks.
I'll show you.
I'll pass.
It's like a melting pot. I got all kinds of them.
Appreciate
I have a large selection.
I'll pay full price, thanks.
it. Basically, yeah. Speaking of Tool, A Perfect Circle, of course, is coming.
I know.
I'm so
Yeah,
excited.
$60 a ticket. What?
$60 a ticket if you want to be at the very top.
At minimum, I'm saying.
Crazy
Yeah.
how much a concert costs these days.
Oh, it's a perfect
yeah.
circle. You're gonna see
Primus is
Maynard,
coming
dude.
too.
Who?
Okay.
Primus.
Still,
We've seen
though.
them though.
I almost had to go to Five Finger Death Punch and shine down.
Why?
My wife has the musical
Why?
love of a 45-year-old man
Easy.
Sorry, Becca.
that wears affliction.
Easy.
You don't wear affliction.
Well, the cool thing is that all the people, what's crazy is you talk about not having older taste. Yet I sit in a room here and I look at 6 album covers there and 3 there.
That's different.
And
That's
they're-
not Five
they
Finger
are
Death
exactly
Punch.
what I grew up on. Okay?
That's not
My
Five Finger
first
Death. That's
concert
equivalent to
ever was
Nickelback to
this.
me.
Nickelback. Oh, I read a study the other day about Nickelback.
I did too.
Did you?
I didn't read it. I hate reading, but I watched
You watched something
and found
So
out
I
why
read-
everyone hates
Audiobook.
them.
Yes, that's what I was looking at. Do you remember what it said?
So
Did you
tell
re-
me more. I gotta know.
It's the singer, really.
Well, it's not.
And their
just the-
style never changed.
Yeah, well, it's their style never changed, but it was also the fact that everyone felt like they were tricked in the very beginning because they were like a rock country band, and everybody hates the fact that they were tricked into liking them in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because
It was
it's
like-
Everyone got
Yeah.
butthurt. Be like,
Yeah.
you serious?
Yeah, people feel stupid. They're
These
like,
con artists.
Like when do y'all remember Milli Vanilli?
I use that as a reference, as a time.
But everybody loved them. I'm like, they were the
No,
bomb
bruh.
until everybody.
That's
found
a
out the
new
truth.
measure of time. There's milliseconds, and then there's the amount of time that they were
Milliseconds.
relevant. It's a
Right.
milli vanilli second.
I mean, it's
It's
true.
a little
though.
short one-liner I'm working on.
Yeah, but I mean, that's exactly what happened. Is that they came out and we were like, okay, weird mixture of shit going on.
What year
here.
was that? That was pre like 06, because I remember 06 was
Oh,
like your
no,
Sister Hazel, Buck Cherry. I hated that group because
No,
Buck Cherry.
Nickelback,
Which group did you
Nickelback was
hate?
5th grade
Okay, so that was prior.
because
Okay,
Dakota
You
Britt
hated
liked to
Sister
sing
Hazel?
it.
no, Sister Hazel one, but that just triggered a memory. No, Buck Cherry, Seether,
Right.
all of that. When it's, I sing like this.
Right.
I hated it
But you know,
so
and
much.
let's be honest, the one band that always sounded the same, and I don't care what song it was, Green Day.
I
That's
don't. I think
true.
it's
I
they're a knockoff.
Red
know,
Hot
but-
Chili Peppers, they have not changed.
Right,
Right.
but I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Green Day I think is a knockoff of My Chemical Romance. It's a shittier
Absolutely,
version.
Absolutely.
I love My Chemical Romance.
Do you?
Yeah, they're good. They're not like one of the best ever.
They're not
but
like on your top 10.
no, but
Okay,
they're
that's
a
That's
good band. They have good music. Like Ghost of You, I like that song. They have some
What
good
was,
Helena or
like
whatever.
freaking Good Charlotte back in the day. You remember Good
Right?
Charlotte?
Gosh, I
Dude.
haven't heard that in forever.
Was it Fall Out Boy? Was like
Yes.
no, what is that? Going down swinging, number one of the bullet. Is that okay? Fall Out Boy said they wanted to be the voice of gun control.
Right? Where are they now?
No, that was recently. They said they want to write a
right.
song and be the face of gun control. What do you think about gun control? Everyone brings that up. Like everyone wants to focus on the guns. How about the crazy mother effers that are shooting people?
Yeah, no one that's ever
Mm-hmm.
shot anyone in a mass shooting has been a member of the NRA. Just saying.
Well,
Isn't that crazy?
you
though?
realize that
If you look at the
90% of them are the people arguing for gun control.
Right.
Right.
And I wasn't gonna single a side out.
But speaking of the gun control, thing, something that you and I talked about a little bit, or we had a little text conversation about, is the fact that this hog kid. I don't know what he's talking about. The hog kid. The one
I'm just joking. I forgot you had headphones. I didn't think you would hear
the one
me.
with the little guns.
Kermit the Frog.
Kermit with the little
Here, there,
guns.
guys.
Okay. What amazes me is these same people who are now griping about the fact that we're bullying this kid are the same ones who bullied Barron Trump.
Oh, for sure.
Who's Barron Trump?
Who is Barron Trump?
He sounds like he has a big
the
old
Prince,
He's
right?
a little bitty guy. Okay, he's a young,
wiener. Never mind.
He's a Trump child.
Oh, is that the guy who did it? They're messing with him when he
yeah.
messing around
Yes, I mean,
on the
to
balcony.
me, he was my hero. No, I think that was Michael Jackson holding his baby.
No.
Oh, or Britney Spears with the bald head.
Right, that's Britney.
Yeah, then you're getting into the MK Ultra Illuminati crap. No, I thought you were talking about when he was like messing around on the balcony during his speech. Like everyone was giving him a hard time because
Yeah,
he was
they
making.
were. I mean,
Yeah.
that was what was
No,
I
I was
But I mean,
when I
he's
brought
a
that up.
kid.
I thought about it. And I was like, "Good night." If I had if my parents were famous, I'd be in trouble. You know how ADD I am. He'd be in the speech, and I'd just be like, "Whoa!"
They would just say Josh is special.
Like,
He doesn't
dude.
get on camera.
Yeah, this guy's son is he's autistic. He was like, "What the hell's wrong with this kid?"
By the way, it is Awareness Month.
Yeah, I was supposed to play in the tournament, autistic.
Were you really?
The Gain Money charity tournament on Saturday. But they had to pull out, and I was like, "Darn, I get to eat crawfish now."
You had to pull out and eat crawfish.
Yeah,
That's the story
I think
of
the weather's gonna be bad
That is
anyway.
the story of his life. Being from New Orleans, it's all about pulling out and eating crawfish.
My pull-out game's strong, and I like crawfish.
And I like crawfish.
Either I'm strong or I'm not very fertile. One of the two.
Yeah.
I'll take it either way.
Not very fertile. You got
It is. That was a nice way of shooting blanks. You know, I didn't want to say that. We're on gun control. I didn't want to bring that up.
Right.
No, I'm saying. No, I'm saying.
Oh my God, I heard this term the other day. Of course, my brother gives me all of the...
Regurgitated cum bubble.
No, it was
Oh.
okay. So I had never heard this term, but I'm sure dudes use it all the time. But raw dogging.
Yeah, raw dog.
What the hell?
Raw dog randos.
Like I imagine. So okay, what I'm imagining is like a hot dog with the skin peeled off. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Just
isn't that
uncooked.
disgusting?
I
No,
remember.
not uncooked. Just like literally skin peeled off, and it's like all bumpy and shriveled looking. You know?
Hey, not everybody's blessed. We already went over this.
I think it's funny to have her here because we, as guys, we have those conversations
Yeah.
that are what we call truck conversations.
Oh, yeah.
What happens in
When we talk about grabbing girls by the pussy and stuff,
Right.
you know, locker room talk. You know,
Well, us two are like our only friends. So.
Yeah.
Oh, so you get it from both
same.
ends.
The only sad thing is I can't conversate with my wife about that kind of shit, which is pretty much all I talk about. She don't want to know. She told me not. She's like, "You said you want to have kids one day. You think I want to bring them into a world? You keep bringing all this shit up."
With people like you,
I'm like, me? What is my motto?
question everything.
Talk shit.
Believe
get
nothing,
Believe
question
nothing,
everything.
Question everything.
It drives me crazy.
But it's nice to have a perspective from somebody like you who is real.
I think I'm a little different though too.
You
I'm
think?
not like the typical
You
like
think?
yeah. I mean maybe he got lucky. He got lucky. I'm awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm surprised. I'm not going to bullshit you right now. I'm surprised that when you said that he didn't like Abby because she was too liberal.
She's a bitch.
I'm surprised you're not liberal for some reason.
People have always thought that. People
based
have
off of who you hung out with.
People have always thought that I was the drunk too, and I don't drink.
A drunk. I never
Yeah,
picked
I
that
don't
up.
drink. And I've never
Maybe some reefer, but
Yeah, nope.
you never smoked reefer?
Nope, never smoke reefer.
I
But
don't
you know
smoke
why?
reefer.
It's because I have control issues. I have to be in control of everything.
I'm the same
that
way, and I
too.
think that's why I don't like getting drunk,
But
especially in public.
I was like the DD at like 14.
But see, I have that addictive personality. I know it
yeah.
up front. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
And it's like people who do cocaine. You know, they say it's a mood enhancer. Everybody used to ask
Well,
me, "What if you're an asshole to start with?"
I'm also a firm believer in basically drinking is where babies come from. I'm
Is
a
it?
firm believer in that. Yeah.
Like in the bottle?
I'm pretty
How's that
sure
work?
you're right. Just
I'm not
Or like,
sure I
have
let's
two
get
kids.
drunk and have kids. Like,
No.
No, I
or
have two
let's
kids.
accidentally.
I think it's an IQ thing, too.
Is it? Bless him. He's about to talk about this.
No, I'm just saying,
No,
no.
I have two kids, so I can probably. I think you may be right.
No,
Were those sober nights or were they not?
there were
sober
certain
nights?
people. There's hold on. I want to go somewhere
Club
with
in
this.
Atlanta.
Hold on. There's a certain
Not sure what we were doing.
when they talk about the wage gap and the 1%ers and stuff like that and equality and we don't make enough money. It's not. You work your ass off to make money. If you're
Right.
poor, you work your ass off to get out of the poorness.
Right.
That's how it works. Okay, it's not anything. If you want to be successful, there's one. Don't have a baby out of wedlock.
True. Because then it's hard to find someone to support
That's
you
the
too
key.
later.
That's
Yeah.
really the key. And work your ass off.
Okay.
That's the two things you need to do. And that's when it gets into it. Like, yes, accidents happen.
Right.
But then there
How
you get
about
to the
that?
ones where it's like, let's see, you have
Hey,
3 kids and you're
just so
22
you
years
know-
old.
Just so you know, those accidents can be engineers and doctors.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I realize, I understand. Like, if you want to
Speaking-
raw dog randos, shit happens, you know? Look at me. Look at my face. Shit does happen.
How do you feel about the male birth control that they're trying to invent and come up
I almost wanted to invent it, damn it.
Right?
Years ago. I told my mom,
What a cool thing, though.
Donna, if you're listening to it, back me up. You know I brought that shit up.
with? Yeah.
No, seriously, you temporarily paralyze the testes to where they don't.
So
What
just
they
a-
might do, what mine do, I don't know
so
yet.
just a taser, right?
Why is this
Yeah.
not already a thing?
Well, but at the same time,
Heck,
aren't you
it's
a
not
little...
gender equality, dude. Girls have birth control.
Well,
like
not
that.
just that, but don't you just feel like a little bit that could be really unsafe?
Oh,
Like-
no shit.
Like,
Yeah,
what if your
definitely
boys never
not.
work again ever?
Which is a high
what if
possibility.
they go to sleep forever?
Right?
But
Like, you wake the fuck up.
but don't you think the risk was there for women when they first started coming up with this stuff?
Oh yeah,
Same type
birth
of
control
risk was
ruins
there.
people all the time.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's probably less lethal-ish in a way back then because theirs is
Because
more of a
it's her
chemically
choice.
balance.
Yeah,
It's a
basically.
chemical shit, not
Sure,
literally doing
sure.
something to our physical
Right.
makeup.
Right.
Ooh.
Unless they could have like a switch that could like kink a hose or something. I don't know how it works.
Like an IV drip.
I didn't pay attention in anatomy, so I don't really know.
It's something you would
don't-
carry.
I assume there's hoses and shit. I don't know.
It's something you would carry in your modern fanny pack.
Yeah.
Dude, yes. If they weren't so expensive, I would buy some.
We know somebody who wore one tonight.
I can get like 3 shirts for the price of one effing fanny pack.
We know somebody who wore a fanny pack tonight.
Brett, my producer type guy. I'm never gonna call you producer for some reason. I'm just gonna call you producer type guy because the last dude
TG.
didn't work out. But yeah, like it's just crazy.
But I mean, fanny packs, let's be real. Did you wear them when you were little?
No, I didn't know they were a
either.
thing.
I think they ended with his generation.
Yeah, they were popular
Thank God.
when I was little. So.
You're good.
There's so many Disney pictures of him with his little fanny.
Why?
Fanny pack
Okay,
on?
time out.
Heck yeah. I remember
Okay,
my
this-
favorite one.
Got
It
his
was,
little
it
mouse
was,
ears on and a
it was
fanny
Okay.
pack.
black with like neon yellow trim on it.
Right?
Yeah, it was freaking awesome.
Okay, this is 3 episodes
It's a
in a row.
fashion
This is
statement.
3 episodes in a row.
Right?
Fanny packs came up, and every damn time Disney World came into it.
That's
Yeah.
weird.
I know Jose came on. He's like,
Where?
I remember my funny pack. I was in Disney World. I was like, holy shit, my dad!
Okay. Where else in the freaking world do you go where you need a fanny pack?
Everywhere. I
Right.
was in Courtyard on 280 and some woman had it on.
That was courtyard
Apparently
though.
you
You should have
need
been in
She
there
pulled
anyway.
the shit out of it. Like, I was like, damn, she made a You look good. It matched your
Shouldn't have
shirt
been in
and
a
shoes.
courtyard. Like, what's wrong with you?
My wife likes it.
Spending
huh?
money that my grandparents gave me in that fanny pack, and I had
You
a
still have it? Can I
turkey
have it?
leg in one hand and a churro in the other. So
And mouse
Hands
with your ears on.
It's like I was hating on it at first, and they kept talking about it. Like, dude, I want an effing fanny. You still have that? I'll send you some dick pics for it.
I don't know.
I'll send you some dick pics, bro.
Oh, I'll find them then.
I got a plethora of them, bro. Nah, but seriously, Jose was like, "Oh yeah, Disney World." I was like, "Holy shit, my dad!" I remember he had his fanny pack and that ginormous camcorder,
Right.
a 60-pound camcorder, walking around Disney World.
TV station.
Yeah.
Speaking of your dad,
Oh, Bill.
yeah, old Bill.
Oh, Bill.
You know how we always called him the guy with the ponytail at the ballpark?
Calves.
Calves. I was telling him literally last night. He was like, "So tell me a little bit more about Josh, considering I've never met him." I'm like, "His dad has fucking huge calves."
Yeah, I'm super serious.
Calves.
I never sarcastic. I
They
like.
look like basketballs in there.
Yeah,
Like little pencils and basketballs.
They got a
I'm
little bit
worried about
small.
Basketball right here.
I'm fortunate. I inherited his legs. Everyone talks about my calves. They're like, bro, you got nice ass calves, man. I'm like, hey, you realize that was the gayest thing you've ever said to me, right? And I'm like, what do you work out? I'm like, not at all. Yeah, I worked out like
Born with them.
I worked out like 3 times in
Oh, could you
6
imagine
years.
that coming out? Oh,
Right. Poor
oh.
mom.
What?
Yeah. If you're born with those calves, you're poor
Yeah.
mom, man.
It is what it is. I'm sure we'll learn how that works.
Bigger
in
than your head.
anatomy. I wasn't paying attention, but
Anatomy.
it is what it is.
Did they start anatomy class with you by showing you nothing but like pictures of STDs?
I legitimately never took anatomy.
Literally, no, like seriously, anatomy.
You ever had an
They're
STD?
trying
No.
to freak
STI?
That's a
No.
hell of a
At,
question.
no, seriously, at anatomy.
Fun fact. I was
Literally,
curious.
first
You were talking
day-
about porn earlier.
No, literally, first day at Chelsea High School. I will put this out there because I thought it was a little fucked up that they did this. But go in there. What? You're in 10th grade. I was in 10th grade. I walked in there and they're like, "We're
Oh
gonna
my
show,
God.
yeah, we're gonna show you every like STD and what it looks like on the body." And so I was like, "Okay." And then
For
the
visual
lesson-
reference.
Yeah, for visual reference. And so the
Fill
lesson,
me in. I didn't take that class.
Well, the lesson was basically if you can't handle this, then you need to get out. Like because you're going to be dissecting a cat in a few weeks. Like
Right,
yeah,
right.
where I did proceed to cry over the cat, and the teacher was like, "Why are you so upset?" I'm like, "I have a million cats." Like,
he
this
still
is
has a
terrible."
collar on.
And
I know his name.
So her resolution
It
was
looks just like
well,
my
yeah, well,
cat.
no, her resolution was dig through the box of dead cats and pick out one that doesn't look like yours. So I got this. Big,
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
that's gonna fix
That's
it
morbid
all.
as hell.
So I dug through this big box of dead freaking cats and pulled out some big fat ass orange one.
Here's
and I
a
was like,
calico. Boom.
That's great.
My cat died.
Really?
Fred.
Aw, Fred.
Dude, Fred was a beast. I'm gonna tell you the story of Fred. I'm gonna wrap this up for you. Fred, we went. We were about to go out of town, and this. Hey, I'm telling a story here. And this cat stumbles up with a cut on his eye, and I'm like, "Oh, can we keep him? And I'm still in the Picayune, so it's fifth grade. He died like 2 years ago.
Aw.
Not even, maybe a year ago. I don't even know. I can't count. I don't count good. I went to Chelsea. Anyway, so my parents said,
Show me
okay,
County
if
map.
he's here when we get back, we'll keep him. So we left food out for him without
Well,
them.
he's there.
Without them knowing. So we fed him and he was there. Outdoor cat the entire life. He ended up getting his name Freddie because when we moved to Stonecrest, he kept ripping the carpet up. So my grandmother kept him in Louisiana. Well, she had these old door going out into her sunroom. It was where there was like glass, like it was like blinds, but it was glass.
The
and you could-
glass like opens up into
yeah,
the
yeah,
outside.
yeah. Well, there's
Florida
this,
windows.
Florida windows. That's
which this is going to lead into a thing I didn't know was a thing. That there was a stray cat that she kind of took care of because my grandmother had like 12 dogs and 18 cats, whatever. This cat had feline AIDS,
Ooh.
which I did not know was a thing. Well, Fred saw him. He saw him on each side. Fred jumped through the glass.
That's how he got that.
No, Fred jumped through the glass. So my grandma didn't want him to get feline AIDS, so she went over there and he just sliced her forehead. Like, that's how he got Freddy Krueger. That's why his name Freddy.
Dang.
Yeah. So the reason we have a gate on our deck is because we were watching, I forgot a movie. And if you're not familiar, we have a living room and then we have a bunch of glass doors and then our deck. He chills up there. Well, this German Shepherd, random stray, stumbles upon up the deck, and Fred's on the railing, jumps on this German Shepherd,
Yeah,
and that German Shepherd shit. He went flying, dude. He went crazy. That cat was savage. I used to say,
I'm getting cat AIDS.
no, he never ate his food. My mom was like, what the hell? And I'm like, dude, he drags deer into the woods. Like, I used to joke around. That dude was a savage. Outdoor cat his entire life and lived to be like 15. He was so awesome. But
Bless him.
Poor thing.
I know.
that being said, I hate cats.
I love
Yeah.
cats, man.
I hate them. You
I have
can't
4
read them.
cats.
1 minute they're like, oh,
They're
and then they're
freaky.
like, ah, and they're
They're
like,
freaky.
Our cats aren't like that.
but they're designed to kill. If you think about it,
That's true.
They're just miniature lions and tigers.
right? Lions and tigers are just—that's literally their death machine.
Right.
But they're so cute.
Yeah, they're fluffy and they're wonderful,
Darling while they're
but.
clawing your eyes out.
My neighbor has 3 or 4 of them, and like I don't mind them because they
30
kill the
40.
rats and mice and stuff. They'll leave like I'll go walk out of the door and there's a mice just sitting on my front porch. Meow 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 meow's really cute. I don't know if he walked up to you. You probably want to steal him if you get there.
We have 4 cats.
Yeah.
So are you-
Okay, tell me you're.
Are you going to be the
Holy
cat lady?
shit, man!
Yeah.
I want to know.
We
Do
have-
y'all
we
like
have 9
use the
children.
hair for something?
No, you know what? The birds use it.
I want to know. I want to know how many pets you have.
9 pets.
That's-
Which ones?
That's not
We
bad.
have, we have 4 cats, 5 dogs.
Okay, dogs.
Okay,
What do you have?
there's only 2
Huskies,
different
right?
animals.
We have 5 Siberian Huskies.
I want to know what you
Really?
do for hair because we're on
You
our.
make pillows out of it.
No, well, you know, I
definitely
actually
can.
I have read into like twisting it together for yarn, but I figure that's kind of a little gross.
No, bruh.
like,
No.
But
It's useful.
but what I usually do is I scoop it all up, throw it outside, and the birds use it in their nest.
Do you have any
Sure
carpet?
they do.
Yeah, but you know I don't
What,
want to talk about the.
what do you do? Yeah, what do you do for vacuums? We're on our 4th vacuum.
Are you? Oh yeah.
Oh,
Well,
I just burnt one up a couple of days ago.
My son
Yeah.
says he.
I did.
has
We
to
got
clean
a
his out every 2 or
pet-friendly
3
one.
days.
It's hanging in there.
yeah, but your dogs don't shed like my dogs. I'm telling
It's
you.
close.
I'm
They're
telling you.
cousins of huskies,
Yeah,
so
but
it's
I'm
up
telling
there.
you. But
But
they're, like,
yeah, it's
this
not as
big.
bad. Yeah, yeah.
They're like this big.
It's not. That's why I'm curious. We have 2, and it's a nightmare.
No, we've got
I could
5.
imagine 6
One-
huskies.
One in every color.
Oh, cool.
awesome.
I know. I'll have to show you guys.
That's like my
I'll show
dick
you
pic
guys a proud-
collection. Yeah, I like
Give you guys
that.
like a proud parent picture. Yeah.
So, what did you bring on here to talk about? Which I've been waiting on you to bring up.
Oh, I mean, there's quite a few things actually.
Uh oh.
That's what I was pointing at you, by the way,
Getting
earlier.
glasses on.
One of the crazy things that I thought, and this is what we call news, or what we think is the news. How about the shooting at YouTube?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't read into it too much.
Who?
The shooting at the YouTube.
I heard about that.
headquarters.
I read about that in a book.
So at first I thought it was one person, but it turned out it was 3 people, and then she shot herself. Okay. Crazy thing is I was talking to my wife literally probably 2 weeks ago. I said, one of the things that hasn't happened yet, and it's coming.
Tell me about it.
Okay, is a woman is going to be the next mass shooter, and I'll be doggone if it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Okay?
Is it a mass shooter though? She only killed like 1 person, didn't she?
3. She shot 3 people.
All right, I'll give it to her.
Okay. I mean,
That's
but I'm
effed
just
up.
saying,
I didn't mean
it's-
it like-
And I don't. And then she shot
Discredit
herself.
her as a shooter.
She shot herself apparently. Supposedly it has something to do with the fact that she didn't like the policies of.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
they
how-
recently changed the way they monetize.
Oh, it's terrible.
So,
Yeah.
It's totally one left leaning, like terribly.
Because like in my landscape business, when people don't like what I'm charging, I go and shoot them.
Yeah, I just whip my
right?
dick. I just whip my dick
I
out.
mean, right?
Yeah.
No, but it's an issue. Like that's what the one reason which when they get to Alexas, Amazon Alexas and stuff like that, and they said the CIA, whatever. I realized why that came a thing. You know, he has like a $600 million contract with the Central Intelligence Agency.
Of course.
Bezos.
But isn't that? I mean, $6 million.
600.
Oh, 600 million.
It might be.
Either
I
way,
might be
okay.
off. Brad, look that up.
But now you're talking. But now you're
Brad, look
talking
that
about
up.
a good chunk of change.
What he owns like 30% of Texas,
Texas.
land wise,
Texas.
land mass.
Texas.
He's just buying. shit.
Everything is big in Texas.
Everything is big in Texas.
I brought this up a long time ago, a lot of episodes ago, and we were talking about billionaires, and I was like, at least these billionaires nowadays are like trying to like advance humanity. What you say?
600 million.
Okay, he has a $600 million contract with the CIA. I'm glad I was right about that. Well, no, talking about like with him with
You may die tomorrow for knowing that, but
man, it is what it is. You only
It's
YOLO
on the
once.
internet.
right.
$600 million computing cloud built by a quote unquote outside company.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
No, well, what I was bringing up was why is every billionaire either trying to get the hell off the planet? Because he
Right.
has a rocket company too.
Right? There's two of them doing it.
And
now.
then Bill Gates, he invested in the seed farms, like a major investor.
Are we feeding into the Illuminati? Is that where you're going?
No, but you know the
We've actually had conversation about
you know the
that.
seed banks?
Yeah.
There's 7 of them strategically placed over the planet
what's
just in
the
case
one
of
that's in Norway
catastrophic.
or Sweden?
There's 8 or 7 of them
Like they've got ridiculous amounts, like seeds for every
Yeah.
possible thing that's
just in case
alive
shit
out
hits
there.
the fan.
Yeah,
And I've seen that fan.
the fan's big.
It's coming. You know what I got balls deep in for a while is Nibiru. One of the two.
Spell
Is
that.
that a country in Africa?
It's Nib. Ru. I don't know.
Look that up, Brad.
It's the Planet X.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because, you know, they brought up Planet X a while
Sure.
back and you haven't heard shit about it. Well, there was this one guy who, through biblical references and stuff, like referenced the its orbit. Apparently has an odd orbit. So we orbit like this. It orbits around like that.
Right.
And it comes like every 3,000 years. And so biblically, like all this stuff was talking about things happen, and people think it's wormwood and Revelations and stuff like
Oh,
that.
God. Should we get out rock and rollin'
Right.
like letters over
Right,
here?
right. It was supposed to. Well, I was into it for a while. It was interesting. Apparently, it's a dead sun or something, so you can't really see it. It's dark, but it's so massive that when it gets close enough to.
Suck you in.
Well, it just f's up stuff.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
which
it's
was responsible for the ice age. It was a pole shift.
Well, you know, it's interesting.
That was because its his gravitational pull shifted the pole.
Well, there's actually scientific evidence. Everybody remembers not too long ago we had the eclipse.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a United States event. They did studies, and which is really crazy about that it did some kind of major wave deal. Okay, where it's actually thrown off our GPS. So have you ever? Maybe that's what's wrong with Google Maps.
Yeah.
I did
Hey,
have
don't complain about Google Maps. It's Apple Maps. Apple Maps is garbage.
Like you put in a dress.
Yes, it is. Let me just tell you, it did not tell us to come to your house this way. I just figured
I
it
know.
out on my own.
That's why I sent you the address.
Told you to turn left at
because
the, or right at the
I
lake.
duped the system. Do you use Apple Maps?
No, so I have an Android because I'm an Android user and forever.
Oh
until I
my!
die.
I
Oh,
was
my
too.
goodness.
So am I, but I have
Oh my
represent.
goodness!
company
But-
phone. So
Yeah, he's on his company phone, but I was like, "Hey, type in this address
Freebies
while
are
I
the
drive,"
best.
and I was like, "I don't know where the shit's taking me. I'm just gonna make it up and figure it out." But you know, I know people that live in here, so
Just take your first left and go until you can't go anymore.
yep.
You know, I have to say this though, even though I'm an Apple guy, okay, 'cause
Boo.
that's just what I have. But and again, Brad, you may want to look this up. Last week, the screen on Brad's phone is stunning.
Yeah, it is. It's beautiful. Isn't
I mean,
it?
it's absolutely gorgeous, right? I mean,
I
it's
miss
like
my
having-
Samsung.
It's like having a TV in your hand, literally.
Yeah.
I mean, it's actually stunning.
with a little curved screen, you know, like
Right.
The Edge, I had the
Hit
Edge.
the 4K curved screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is. I have this stupid iPhone. I can't listen to any damn music. Did I have a headphone jack? I hate it.
yeah, I do too.
Yeah, Josh's.
Mine's company phone, and they have podcast block.
So he can't even listen to your podcast
we-
on
How do
his
they?
phone.
We
What do
are
they have
out on the
blocked? What do you
podcast
have?
block.
Because you're
What's
probably
that?
PG-13. You don't do that at his
No, how do they have podcast block?
It's,
What is
well,
that?
it's through the Meraki.
Right.
app. It's
Okay,
like
Meraki. I was wondering
it's
how
a
they have. We have Mobi.
software.
That's
That
why I was
scared
curious.
me.
Mobi. No, you lock it down. I can log into people's phone and literally control it.
Nice.
I'll show you. I'll log into one.
Nice.
I have like 200 of them. I have to monitor.
Really?
Yeah. It freaks people the hell out. I'm like, that's me, by the way. And they're, oh, okay. They're like telling me what it's showing. I'm like, I see it.
I'm well aware.
No dick pics, please.
No, they can't. They have access to a browser that has access to one site and a text messaging because alerts sent every hour. So they have to with a link and they have to click it. They don't do it, but
This
They
is
don't
your.
do it.
This is the journey into the dark web.
it is what it is, man. Yeah.
So
So what?
put
Tell
the
me
glasses
about it.
back on, put the glasses
Yeah,
back
keep the
on.
glasses on.
Keep the glasses.
You're going through your list here.
So just a couple other interesting news stories. So let's talk a little bit something about. And
Keep forgetting to breathe.
I'm
like out of breath.
There's a massive group, thousands of people, coming from Honduras through Mexico. Supposedly to come.
Is this a new thing?
It's not new.
I don't have cable anymore.
Been going on for years.
It's been going on for years.
Okay,
but,
okay, I see what you're saying.
Apparently, it's something that's actually happening in a pretty massive scale right now, which is kind of interesting, you know. And the thought process on the whole thing is, other than building a wall, okay, which obviously we know how most of us stand on that here. You know, the question is Mexico turning a blind eye to this whole process? These are people who have come from the south of their borders, coming through, and they're on their way here.
Why would they care?
Yeah, why did they care? Do you think they would?
See, I don't hate.
Do they? Or is this something that's
they would care if
sponsored?
they plan on staying.
Right.
Well, you know,
I don't.
Yeah, I mean, like nobody cares about who gets on the Yellow Brick
Well,
Road.
see,
I mean,
you're more than welcome to pass through.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, see, my view on it's actually surprising. Like, I don't get mad or I'm not disrespectful for the actual illegal immigrants. It's the policy that needs fixed. The situation, because they're the hard. I would be doing the same. They're just trying to make a better life for them and their family.
Absolutely.
Yes, there's shitty ones sprinkled in there, but look, I used to work with some, and not some.
I'm in
They're
the
so
landscape
hardworking.
business.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Okay, just gonna throw that out.
They will do. If you say $10 an hour, they will literally work their ass off.
And I'll say this, okay, they do want to do the jobs that unfortunately our lazy ass millennials.
I don't even think
wanna
it's
do.
that. They're willing to do
Okay.
anything.
Agreed. Okay, but at the same time,
But I need you to floss my asshole. Can you do that for me?
but at the same time, let's be honest. Okay, so what's your thought process on the betting? You know, extreme betting. You know, to me, it's something that almost has to be. It's something that you just have to go there.
Yeah.
You know?
I love pets. I need a vet.
Right?
Yeah.
Everybody needs everybody needs a vet. Okay, especially if you have 5.
yes, 5 Siberian.
You need to find something you can use hair for, because I know you have.
Do
hair
you need
problems.
some? I can bring you
No,
some.
I'm saying you need to look into it. Start inventing things.
I saw cute ways to make rugs.
Yeah, do it. Or this big fad where the keychain where it's just a big ass fur ball.
Fur ball.
Or what? Do you want me to make you a hat? I can crochet.
I don't
Oh,
need.
you
I
know
don't
what
need
kind
any
of
more
hats
hair.
you can make?
Yes, I want to go to a woman's march.
Right?
I need a nice pussy hat.
Can we dye them pink?
Yeah. Well, no, they should be, right?
Yeah, sure.
What do you have? The roast beef? What is it, black?
I'll get started on that.
Dude, did y'all see that video going around Facebook? That girl shot that dude in the head.
No, by accident. She
On
thought it
live
was
stream?
Unloaded. Yeah.
Unloaded. How the hell?
Crazy.
Yeah,
But-
well, I heard she says right before it happens. Well, there ain't no clip in it, but
Bang.
Right.
apparently she doesn't know that.
But
there
whose
could
gun was it?
bullet.
There ain't no clip, but there's one in the
That's
chamber.
on the guy because he had his hand on it.
Yeah.
If he knew there might have been clear that chamber, bro.
Yeah, that's kind of his fault.
And then immediately went to gun control. I'm like, no, they clearly none of these people went to a gun safety course.
Okay, so I haven't seen this video. Obviously, though.
You wanna see it?
No.
It's
I'm
graphic
curious.
as hell,
No, I'm
but-
curious though. This is what, and you and I had a discussion about this not too long ago. The Logan Paul guy. Okay.
He's really cool.
But he gets in all this trouble for going over to Japan and quote disrespecting them, showing somebody hanging in a tree in the suicide forest. Okay, yet this is a video that's rolling around out there.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody
Well,
shooting
no,
them.
they were live.
Okay, but it's
But she
still
didn't
out
know she
there.
was going to shoot him.
Yeah, but it's still being.
It's not on
allowed to be out
Facebook
there.
anymore. Someone
is it
has
gone?
it, and
I
it's on
gotcha.
a third-party source. But
Yeah, third person. Yep.
That's tough.
it's crazy. It's cool looking in a really effed up way,
It's,
in a
yeah,
good Christian way.
it's not
Yeah.
really. It's probably not as cool as you think.
Not at all. That's about as cool as like an ISIS video, like chopping dudes' heads off.
I was going to ask you, it's kind of crazy the kind of video that actually used to be out there, and I think they've kind of stopped a little bit of it some now because there's a little bit more regulation on things like Facebook.
Yeah, there's no marketing value for it. so-
Right? they're not getting 1 million hits at a time now. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. What used to be available and what's out there, like you said, all the ISIS training videos. And stuff
Two girls,
like
one
that.
cup.
Yep.
Kids in a sandbox.
Everything
Right.
on
Lemon
Ebon's
Party.
World.
Right.
Or rotten.com.
Everything on
Yeah,
E-Bomb's
rotten.com.
World.
Yeah.
It was rotten.com when I was growing
Yeah,
up.
rotten.com,
Yeah,
dude.
pretty-
That's where the dude in the mason jar breaks it in his asshole.
Yeah.
You know he bled to death and died.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Right. And now it's almost legal podcast.
Yeah. See, what a douche.
Not gone, but not forgotten.
Last time I put a mason jar up my ass, I didn't die. So, that's,
Did you sit down on it and
yes,
shatter it like you
yeah.
did?
Well, no, it didn't shatter.
Yeah.
I'm flexible in a lot of different places. No, but what was another one? No, Morgan showed me this video. It made me very
Morgan.
uncomfortable.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't see
How
him much.
sweet is Morgan?
Yeah,
Oh,
no, it was a
sweetie.
Mexican cartel, and they had these two dudes like chained up against a wall, and like one of them like had a knife and was like sawing, like, and then another
crazy.
guy, yeah, and then he cranked a chainsaw and literally just touched his neck and just blood everywhere.
Was
I was
this
like,
on a porn website?
No, I don't know
Okay,
where it
good.
was. I was like, why are you showing me this shit? It made me very like, ugh. I was like, I don't like that. Like, you know, another
But
video.
it answers any questions that you may have about what that kind of shit looks like.
Yeah, that was one perk. I guess if you want to find a silver lining in the situation, well, at least I know what it looks like to have someone's head cut off with a chainsaw. No, but another videos that I can't stand, but it's like viral, is pimple poppers and like cysts.
Ooh.
Some of them are interesting, but the number one question I want to have is, why the hell did this guy let this thing get to be the size of a baseball?
Oh God!
Exactly.
Especially the ones are like not just the pimple popping, but the ones where their tattoos get infected. Have you watched those?
Haven't seen that.
I can't do that.
No, it's literally like where
What
they got
happens?
a bad tattoo, and it's like their whole back fills up with like fluid and pus, and
Oh,
it's like,
shoot.
and it's like the
like
mound.
really-
Is it that
Like
big?
paper
Yeah,
skin
Is
on
it like
top.
in comparison to a cyst? Because a cyst
yeah,
literally
no,
looks
I mean,
like a
like, you're
baseball.
looking at
Is this
some
spread out a little bit
No,
more?
these are like Rollen Stewart prison tabs.
Yeah,
Damn, dude.
like done out of a Mountain Dew cap, you know?
That's
Like-
crazy.
But like seriously, like the cysts or whatever they are get like a foot and a half wide, and then they lance it, and it pours like fluid, like gallons of fluid.
Jesus.
It's so
Cheez-Its,
nasty.
man. Cheez-Its.
Yeah, cheesy rice.
Prison
Elephant
cheeses.
rhinos or whatever.
Yeah, prison cheese.
I don't know. It's crazy. I just don't understand. My mom loves those things. I can't stand them.
Ew.
But like I said, look,
Cheeses?
Or popping pimples.
watching them videos, it like Becca likes them too. It drives me
I can't
crazy.
do it. I cannot do it.
I mean, I can watch it, but it's not like I go out of my way to look for it.
Right?
Yeah, I know. Like, oh, look what this. If you, like I said, if you see me posting something on any social media, I'm on the pooper.
Are you?
It's the only time I have
I
time.
also feel like you post everything for your wife. Like you do. You post
I tag
so
her
many,
and stuff.
Yeah, you post so many things that are like corgi related.
Right?
You see the way to her heart.
And, you see- and that is so sweet, unlike Abby.
Like Abby.
Freaking Abby,
Dear
dude.
Abby.
Abby, if you're listening to this, I don't like you.
We
She's not. She's in
apologize.
Mexico.
I have no idea who she is, so
It's okay.
No clue.
she might be a sweetheart. I don't know. Liberal fruitcake.
She is. She is a sweetheart. And she is.
Speaking of
And
liberal-
a liberal fruitcake.
Liberals. I'm not gonna say fruitcake. A person in our graduated with us. It was real smart. He's actually came out of the closet. I didn't
Yes,
know that.
I called that. I told him that was the case.
I didn't see it. I just didn't think he
called-
thought about that kind
he
of stuff.
text messaged me and thanked me. Not
For?
even joking.
For what?
For telling him that he was gay.
How long ago?
Within the past 2 years.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, he was like, you called it and I didn't know, and you called it and you kept telling me it's okay, just deal with it.
Yeah.
And he was like, but he's like all about it now.
That's crazy. See, I just thought he just was just out there and didn't really think about that kind of stuff. I thought he was
He's
just
still out
thinking
there.
about
See,
whatever the hell he thought about.
Well, I knew something was up because he always wore a polo with a shirt underneath. Okay, so like you'd see the little V of the
I had
shirt
to make
coming
sure I
out.
didn't have my polo
No,
on.
but his polo and the little logo on his polo, like on the over the chest, and the color of the shirt matched perfectly every time.
Right.
He made sure he bought.
Could have been
Socks.
Metro.
Yeah.
I thought you were about to say, yeah, sure. It's just I'm gay. Like
That just says you.
I don't
have
know
your
why
thumb on
everyone
the
thinks I'm
pulse of
gay.
society.
I did. It's okay. You know what? And it's okay. Still
no,
love you to death.
that type though, because I grabbed. I went to college and there was this kid who turned out to be gay, and he wanted
sleepovers?
my showing showing. But at first,
$20.
well, this was in Delta Iota Kappa days. So we, have you heard this story?
No.
We started.
She's like, and do I want to?
Well, I
We
mean-
started our own fraternity, and
Okay.
it got a little out of hand. It was crazy. Like we were a big deal. Basically.
Did you start a fraternity because you didn't make it into any other ones?
No.
Okay,
We
just
were.
making sure. Just making sure.
We were in the
That's
bridge.
like that movie.
It was out of an
That's
apartment.
That's
We
like-
we didn't even try. We just
like attending this college that was called the South Harmon Institute of Technology.
yeah.
Shit, you.
I went to Alabama. Yeah, exactly. Well, it was really from Van Wilder. Like that's where it came.
Yeah.
Like that's where it came from. And like we were in the bridge program, so we were part-time Alabama, full-time Shelton. So we just were like, let's just throw theme parties. Well, it got a little crazy. Like we got like 12 apartment violations in one night. Like it was.
Whoops.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so a bunch of people came. Everyone wanted to live with us. Well, there's one guy. I'm not gonna say his name. everyone kept saying he's something about him. I'm like, I think he's just like socially awkward. I don't know.
Like you.
Yeah, no, but different. Okay, you know how like homeschool kids, it's different. Like they're not like weird or anything. I'm just saying they interact
smart
different.
and they just don't know how to interact.
Right, because they're not used to it. So I just like maybe he's just socially awkward. Well, no, he turned out to be gay. And I was like, okay, I'm totally cool with that, dude. Just like don't like push it on me. Though, like I better not wake up to you like heavy breathing and jerking off on me or something.
With me.
Yeah, like I'm totally cool with it. Just like literally don't mess with me. Well, then he started like accidentally texting me like sexual thing. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. I was talking about sucking another guy's dick. My bad. I'm like, bruh, calm the hell down.
Did you entertain it? Please say you at least entertained it for a minute.
No, hell no.
He's like,
You didn't even send him like that was really sweet, thanks.
No, I said,
Like,
I think I went, bruh. Bruh.
put it up.
I appreciate the compliment. However,
I don't need any more dick pics. We're good.
Well,
There ain't any good shows coming up. It is what it is.
at
But
least you let him know sweet.
I know, right? It is crazy. But hey, it's gonna do it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen, hobos and tramps, cockeyed mosquitoes and billionaires. If you like what you heard, please go rate and subscribe on iTunes. Give us a nice 5-star review. That'd be baller, or Google Play, or any other app that you like to listen to podcasts with. I don't really give a shit. It really doesn't matter to me. You can also find us on YouTube. Just search Almost Like a Podcast. Social media, same. Twitter, it's at AOP Show 17. He asked me about the 17.
17 is
Ask the question.
So I said, so I understand the ALP. I said, what is ALP 17?
Why not 18? Because it's 17. It's almost legal.
It's almost 18. 2018. He's like, well, it's almost legal. I said, okay,
Yeah, look at that. No bullshit. It was an accident. I didn't really think about it. But I want to sound witty, so just ignore what I just said. You know,
Works.
it is what it is. But we should have some new merch coming soon.
Yes.
I'm trying to find some financial issues stuff. It is what it is. You don't want to hear about it. I'll bore you to death. But until next week, guys, we're going to have a pretty cool guest. What are you pointing at him for?
Thank you for both.
I'm going,
yeah.
dude. I want to do that last because I like for them to be like, hey, thanks for being on the show. And they'll be like, oh, have a good one. I'll be like, peace. Yeah, anyway, hey, guys, thanks for being on the show. Lindsey,
No problem.
Josh, Chris, producer type guy. And until next week, I'll see you.